Hey guys, it's Jixie again, and this time, wowza, I've actually stepped away from my normal stuff that I normally do, which is sometimes about roleplay and sometimes about fun things and mostly about MVU. This time, I have a whopper theory for you guys. I don't know, I'm pretty savvy on some of the theories of different things. Like I watch things like the Theorizer and Super Carlin Brothers, fab YouTubers like myself. But I've never seen this theory before, and so I'm claiming it as my own. And it's pretty amazing and kind of will wreck your childhood. So just spoiler alert, this will probably mess you up a whole bunch because it's pretty big. And this theory is about the Chronicles of Narnia, which is one of my favourite films. Film series anyway. And this theory is about the Pevensey children. Sorry about the pixelation of the picture. Obviously, because I don't have the editing skills at the moment, I'm using Paint, and that is a bit rubbish sometimes when it comes to pixelation, so sorry, but I have to kind of illustrate my point here. So, this theory is about when the Pevensey children go away to Professor Kirk's house. And basically it kind of means it's kind of something a bit dark that I've kind of discovered about Aslan. So basically, when the children go away, they're sent away to Professor Kirk's house, Aslan must have known. I mean, he needed 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve in order to defeat the White Witch. And because the wardrobe was quite special, there was only one of them in the world because it was created from the apple trees, the first apple trees that were planted in Narnia. It's quite a special one. It's a magical one and one of the only ways to get into Narnia. He must have known that they were going to be sent to Professor Kirk's house. And so basically it kind of leads me to believe that he had to affect their world, our world, in order to make this happen. Because he could not have known that these particular, or that 4 children, 2 sons of Adam, 2 daughters of Eve, were going to be sent to Professor Kirk's house. He couldn't have known that. I mean, maybe, it's plausible that, children might have been sent to Professor Kirk's house. It might have even been plausible that 4 children, but he didn't know that it would be 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve. He didn't know that it would be 2 boys and 2 girls. It could have been 3 boys and 1 girl, or 3 girls and 1 boy, or, it could have been anything. He didn't know that it was going to be this specific combination of children, or these children in particular. So that means he had to have affected things in our world, which means he'd have to know that they were going to be sent away from home and that this was going to happen, which kind of leads me to believe a very disturbing thing. That Aslan somehow affected, this is crazy, that Aslan must have started World War II. For the very fact that because there was no other way. There was no other way that the children could have come to Professor Kirk's house, which is the only place that had that wardrobe. There was no other way until later on when there was the whole train station thing in Prince Caspian. There was no other way for them to get into Narnia. So there was no other way that they would have been staying at Professor Kirk's house. There was just no plausible explanation for that. So, so basically, and there was no other way into Narnia. There was no other way. I mean, I guess there was the island cave where the Telmarines came in, but, why would they have gone there? So basically, that was the only way that was in England. So he must have started World War II, so that the children would be sent away. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the actual name, the proper name for the children being sent away from London when the bombs dropped. There was no other way that they would have actually been, an explanation for them being at Professor Kirk's house and going inside the wardrobe and saving Narnia from the White Witch. There was absolutely no way that could have happened unless Aslan had started World War II. And then, the children would have been sent away, from the bombs. So that means that Aslan started World War II. I mean, that is insane. Surely that's not possible. I mean, Aslan's he's a kindly figure, surely. I mean, he's supposed to be Narnia's answer to Jesus. Which kind of, I don't want to even go further on from that thought. And I know I'm probably getting a lot of hate, like people can say, how can you say that about Aslan? But it all fits. Because, I mean, how else could he have known that those 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, were going to be sent to Professor Kirk's house, to the wardrobe, into Narnia and save Narnia? There is no possible way that he could have known that would happen, because I guess because people are going to say he's almighty, he could know, but how could that possibly have happened? That is the only explanation. Please don't hate on me for this theory, and if you have another theory, please be nice about it and just kind of tell me what you think. But that's kind of what I think, and it's kind of disturbing because I love Narnia. I really, really do. But how else could this have happened? He had to have started World War II. He had to have. Because, he says that he cares about Narnia and he'd do anything for Narnia. Even this? Even create a war in our world just to save Narnia? Really? Tell me what you think. Let me know, because I don't want my childhood to be ruined any more than you guys is, but this is crazy, and this theory needs to kind of be shared. So let me know what you think. Is this possible? Do we know? Open to all sorts of opinions. Just don't hate on me, please. Yeah. So please comment and subscribe if you wish to. Until then, this is Jixie signing out. Peace.